Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Performance Sales Training channel. And I want to make another supplemental video today. And this is in regards to specifically personal training sales. But really, this applies to membership sales. It also applies to massage therapy sales, acupuncture sales, anything having to do with the health and fitness professional. And that is right off the bat, let's get right into it, which is do not get too technical, okay? And I thought of this because I have been in situations where I was, before I get into that, whenever you're having a difficulty or a slump, so to speak, in selling, if you notice that you're kind of having a difficult time closing, because if you're a great salesperson, you should be consistently closing all the time, and very rarely will you come into a slump. But every once in a while, you'll feel like you're having trouble closing, or there's clients or prospects or scenarios where if you were on your game, you would have closed that. And during those periods of time, it almost always relates to, if I go back and think of the scenarios, it almost always goes back to a couple things, and that usually is, are you selling on value? Are you selling on commitment? And are you having conversations and selling on fitness? If it's fitness, it might be massage therapy, it might be acupuncture, but you get the idea. Because if you're not, you're going to have a hard time closing. A lot of times, you might be selling on price too much, right? Price doesn't matter when you're building value and commitment. Doesn't matter. Don't even talk about it. Doesn't matter. That's a afterthought. I know they're going to buy something because I'm going to offer such tremendous value. Why wouldn't they buy? Of course they're going to buy. They wouldn't be sitting in front of me if they weren't going to buy. It's a matter of what they're going to buy. So my job is to find them the solution that best serves their needs and offer them something they already want, whether they're conscious of that or not. But I know they are because they're sitting in front of me. So the idea behind it is, what I'm saying is that, look, you are a great salesperson. And if you're having a hard time selling or closing right now, it's usually because of those things, right? If you don't have the tool belt, then obviously these videos are for you. But the other thing that can happen, in addition to the things I just spoke about, the other possibility that occurs occasionally, and I've seen this with personal trainers a lot. That's why I brought up personal trainers first. But it could easily be a massage therapist. It could easily be an acupuncturist. Anyone who's dealing with the technical side of offering a service, right? You have to know the anatomy. You have to know physiology, okay? The science behind it, okay? It's not just about the sale at this point. It's about the science behind it. Well, oftentimes I know that personal trainers have, this is their wheelhouse, right? This is what they know. They get excited about it. This is what they're excited about. They didn't get in it. If you're a massage therapist, you didn't get in to massage therapy for sales because you love sales, right? You got in it because you love the science and the art of giving massage, all right? Of helping somebody feel better, making them more mobile, getting the knots out so they're in less pain, things like that. Helping them be a more functional human being. And personal trainers, same sort of thing. So very rarely do you ever hear someone say, yeah, I got in it for sales. So it makes sense then that they want to naturally gravitate towards selling through what they feel most comfortable with, which is the technical side of things, the science behind things. However, that does not always equate to your prospect being equally as excited about that. In fact, one of the old adages we always say, if your client is confused, if your prospect is confused, they're not going to buy, period. And that goes for general managers out there. That goes for anybody that owns a health and wellness business. If your associates, in other words, your employees, your management, any of those people are confused about any of the programs that you want to implement, if they're confused about it, they're not going to buy in, and they're going to be confused as to what to tell your clients, aren't they? Which means your clients are going to be confused. And if your clients are confused, whether it's the macro or the micro level, they're not going to buy. Simple as that. Or they're going to be hesitant to buy. And if they do buy, it's going to be something of lesser value. Okay, so you cannot confuse them. You have to be clear. You have to be precise. concise, and you have to be enthusiastic, all the stuff that we always talk about. So don't get too scientific. I've seen this happen, you know. And in fact, when I first started getting more into the personal training side of the health and fitness business, as opposed to say the membership sales and things like that, it's very easy for me to sort of, you know, thankfully I was able to see that what I was doing because of my experience with sales. But I could see easily how people who are personal trainers and more of the technical aspect of things would start to go down that too technical route, right? And they would over explain things to clients and either expect them to be as excited as they were about it, or that was what they were comfortable with, so they use it as a crutch. So right, so they were selling through their knowledge. You're trying to wow the client with their knowledge or hope that the client found value in the information we're getting. Selling isn't telling. You can get away with a lot of it. You know, I do a lot of information giving during my presentations for sure, but ultimately it's about questions and finding the proper solutions for people. Now, there are times where it is appropriate to give scientific and technical information, of course. If you have a person that has injuries and are lower back issues, for example, and you want to talk about muscle imbalances, you want to talk about mobility, you want to talk about the kinetic chain, moving all the way up from your feet all the way up to the top of your head, feel free to do so. Read the person though. If they're getting a little technical with you, or they want to know, or they're inquiring, you can give a little more information. But never forget to talk about. It's not like the rest of the sales going out the window. You're still about emotions. You're still about their driving want. You're still want to talk about or ask them questions to get them talking. You still want to build rapport. You still want to make it emotional. You just can get a little more technical there when it's necessary. You can. Just don't get overwhelmed with it. And you can see it in their eyes. You can see that how in their physicality, in their body language. How are they responding? Do they look excited? Are they getting bored with it? They're kind of like reel them back in if you need to. Don't get too technical. There's some people that you should get a little more technical with, but you have to read the room. You have to know when it's appropriate, when it's not, when to pull back, when to give them more. Experience is going to be the biggest help here, but you know, body language, how they're responding. But just as long as you're doing the basics in terms of all the things we talk about in all the instructional videos, building rapport, selling on value, selling on commitment, selling on fitness, and talking about them, their lives, making about them, focusing on your dance partner, which is that prospect in front of you, about what their needs are, how you can help them, what is the solution that you can give them, what is the customized experience that you can offer them right now. As long as you're doing that, you can get a little technical with them, as long as there's a balance there. Just don't get overly technical with them because A, it's boring for most people, and secondly, they're going to get confused if it's too much. And if they're confused, are they going to buy? Probably not. People buy the sizzle, not the steak, right? People buy you. People buy the idea. People buy feelings. They want to feel a certain way. Getting too technical is going to make them feel a certain way, isn't it? Right? You can worry about that after they close the deal, or after you close the deal. Then you can worry about that. So trying to get too scientific, use it when appropriate. I know it's an easy thing to sort of fall back on because that's your wheelhouse as a health and fitness professional, like a technical health and fitness professional. But remember, if we're trying to sell them, worry about the technical stuff later. If you're trying to sell them, right? If you're trying to get them to buy into you, to what you're offering, they buy you, they buy emotion, they buy feelings, they buy ideas, hopes, and dreams. They do not buy too much of the scientific information. You know, some people do, but in general is what I'm talking about. So anyway, if you like this video, like, subscribe, obviously, tune into more of the videos. The courses that I have these are supplemental videos, guys. This is not the course material. Course material is even better. These are the supplemental videos that I give to all of my clients that invest in my sales trainings and sales consultations for the health and fitness industry. And you know, these are supplemental videos for those people, and for personal trainers out there, for massage therapists out there, individuals, not just you know, big organizations or, you know, gyms and things like that. This is for anyone who needs it, anyone who's working in the field. So hopefully you find this valuable. If you find this valuable, trust me, you're going to find other materials equally as valuable. And if you have any questions, if you think I can help you in any way, shape, or form, of course I can. Feel free to reach out to me, and I would love to help you.